It's May 13th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topics are the secret MOU of China and WHO and the recall vote of Mayor Han. First, I want to talk about the secret MOU of China and WHO. 6 days before the WHA meeting, Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu revealed a very, kind of astonishing information. And that is China and WHO had signed a secret MOU in 2005. And the main purpose is to stop Taiwan from participating in WHO. And what is in the MOU? First, China needs to approve every application that Taiwan sends, including all the WHO technical meetings and events. Second, Taiwan can only attend as an individual. And third, Taiwan must participate under the name of Taiwan China. Well, this is really outrageous. Why on earth does WHO own the right to sign such MOU? And this is a huge scandal. What about WHO's neutrality and what about its non-involvement of geopolitical issues? It's all fake. What is more interesting is that China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Zhao Lijian didn't deny it. And he even said that Taiwan is an inseparable part of China, and China has no need to sign any memo with any international organization to prove this. However, I want to emphasize, Taiwan is not a part of China. No matter what China and WHO sign can dominate Taiwan. You don't have the right. I'm curious why this secret memo is disclosed now and what impact it might bring to the WHA debate on May 18th. Second, I want to talk about the recall vote of Mayor Han Kuo-yu. According to a poll by Apple Daily, the recall vote of Mayor Han will most likely pass. According to the poll, 50.2% Kaohsiung citizens will vote, and that 74.4% of them will agree with the recall. And this will reach the requirement. And, why people in Kaohsiung want to remove Han Kuo-yu from the office? Because, 45.6% of them criticize that he betrayed their trust. Like what I said before in the show, that he wanted to run for the presidential election 3 months after he was elected as a Kaohsiung mayor. And he completely betrayed the commitment he once promised to the people in Kaohsiung. Kaohsiung Mayor Han Kuo-yu is a member of KMT and agrees with the 92 consensus, what we call the one China, two interpretation. But for China, it's only one China policy. Remember what I said before? So whether Han Kuo-yu lost this market or not, we will find out on June 6th. Here are the top stories for today. Today, we have 0 confirmed cases, and that means no domestic infections for 31 days. We want to ask this question to Solomon. Are you sure there is no May date for the Director General to extend the invitation? We mentioned yesterday that WHO Principal Legal Officer Stephen Solomon said from 2009 to 2016, the WHO Director General had invited Taiwan to participate in the WHA as an observer because it was a diplomatically agreeable solution reached and supported by member states. However, Taiwan wants to emphasize, only one truth, and that is Taiwan and China are separate jurisdictions. MOFA spokesperson Joanne Oh said that, in fact, the WHO Director General does have the discretionary power to invite observers to WHA. Based on the president, the WHA has 2 avenues for inviting observers to attend the annual WHA meeting through a resolution passed by WHA or an invitation issued by the WHO Director General. And remember, Solomon also said the other day, he said, WHO's interpretation of a 1971 United Nations General Assembly resolution And he said that these really recognize Beijing as the only legitimate representative of China to the UN is still applicable. However, I want to say that this is not right. Joanne O responded this as well, and she said the resolution did not authorize China to represent the people of Taiwan in the UN, and a special agreement, something like the UN agency or something like that, it doesn't include about this because the UN resolution only addressed the issue of China's representation, and it did not touch on the issue of Taiwan. And this argument is really correct. And calling on the WHO to maintain the neutrality and professionalism. That's what O said. Joanne O said that she wants them to recognize the fact that Taiwan and China are separate jurisdictions. Well, let's talk about hashtag Taiwan can help. U.S. President Donald Trump requires everyone in the White House to wear masks, and the masks were made in Taiwan, what we call MIT. We can see the White House senior advisor, Jared Kushner, and actually he is Trump's son-in-law. He wears the mask, and over here is made in Taiwan. Also, White House Press Secretary Kayleigh, over here is made in Taiwan. Well, that's very touching, and they all wear it. That means, made in Taiwan, #1. U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham introduced the COVID-19 Accountability Act, and he said, authorize the president to impose sanctions on China if China fails to cooperate and provide a full accounting of the events leading up to the outbreak of COVID-19. And also Canada, conservative member of the parliament, Michael Cooper, backed up Taiwan, and he said, I think the criticism by WHO toward Taiwan is completely unwarranted. And he believed that it is kind of appropriate for a call of both U.S. and Australia there be an independent international investigation into the Chinese Communist regime handling the COVID-19. You know that Beijing kind of betrayed New Zealand's Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters for its support of Taiwan's participation as an observer of WHA. And he replied, we have got to stand up for ourselves. He said, true friendship is based on equality, and it is based on the ability in this friendship to nevertheless kind of disagree. And Taiwan has been a standout society. Taiwan has a better situation than probably any other country. Well, thank you for what he said. Now, take a look at this. Can you tell these two persons and which one is Xi Jinping? Well, I will tell you that this is Xi Jinping and this is not. This man is actually a famous Chinese baritone and Liu Keqing. And due to coronavirus, he kind of canceled his concert and started to use TikTok. However, his account was blocked because he looks just almost exactly like Xi Jinping. Also, today is Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam's birthday. I'm not going to say happy birthday, but I want to give her a gift. What kind of gift it is? This is a Taiwanese graphic designer, Nie Yongzhen, and this was inspired by the Hong Kong Mother's Day arrest. You can see this, the whole red here symbolizes Carrie Lam received kind of a Mother's Day gift from her husband and sons, a red bag, right? And this is red robe. It's like what? It's like a symbol of the robe Hong Kong police used to corral demonstrators. So you can see Taiwan, Hong Kong, like what we say, one China, two system. Can you believe what Chinese people said about that? I don't believe it. You can see how devastating Hong Kong is right now. So we treasure for the happiness we have in Taiwan. And I wish you all have a nice day. And this is The View with Catherine Chang. I'll see you tomorrow.